Hello students, welcome to the Business Communication class with me Adela Samuel, Head Department of Accounting and Finance, St. Anne's Arts and Science College, Madavaram. So in today's class we are going to see the topic Objectives of Communication. So we are going to divide the objectives of communication into two types. Number one is general objectives. Number two is specific objectives. Under general objectives, we have four objectives, namely to persuade, we go in for communication. Number two, to provide information, we communicate. Number three, to seek information, to find out or to ask information, also we communicate. Number four, in order to express our emotions, we go in for communication. Those are the four general objectives. Under specific objectives, we have to provide product related information, we go in for communication. Second one, to provide sales and services, communication is a must. And the third one is to promote workforce. These are the two types of communications or the objectives of communication that we are going to listen in today's class. We will first start with the general objectives of communication. Number one is to persuade. So when we say persuade, it means we want someone to listen to what we are saying and to act to what we desire. So for example, if a mother is patting a child on his back to stop crying, it is to persuade the person to stop crying, the child to stop crying. Or if an advertiser is displaying a model in a new t-shirt, or a politician is urging his audience to vote for him, all these we can call it as persuading another person. So when we say persuade, it is a general objective of communicating something to another person in the way that the person who is communicating the information wants it to be. So if I am trying to persuade another person, that means I want my desire to be achieved through them. So that is called as to persuade, and that is the first objective of communication. Then we have to provide information. When we say to provide information, we can say that any person who wants to convey some information will have to convey it through some kind of a medium. They want to pass in some information from one person to another. We call that as providing information. For example, you can take a teacher trying to convey some kind of a lesson to his students, or a bank employee trying to tell the customers about their interest rates or their schemes, or a finance minister trying to present his budget. All these are different kinds of communication that we are prohibiting or propaganding. So we can consider it as providing some information to others. So this is the second type of objective that is present in a communication process. The third communication objective is to seek information. Seeking information is where somebody is asking for some kind of a information. For example, it can be any passerby who's asking you the way for some place, or a student asking the teacher some questions or clarification, or an investigation that is done by a policeman to solve a case. That is called as seeking information. So through seeking information, also communication takes place. It's not just a one-way process where you just convey everything. Now questions can also be asked from the other side. That is what is considered as seeking information. So it can be to provide information as well as to seek information. The fourth one is to express our emotions. So communication is a process where we are able to express our emotions like fear. We are able to express our joy, our sadness, our excitedness, or a surprised feeling, or a unhappy or a happy feeling, or a sick feeling, or if you are very angry. All this you can be able to convey it to another person with the help of your communication. So that is what is called as to express your emotions. So these are the four types of communication objectives, general objectives that are present in a communication process. So next we are going to see the specific objectives of communication. Under that we have the first type, to provide product related information. So information on the products or services or the activities of the organization to the people concerned, and information about the product or service or activity to the other organizations, to the workers who are working, to the customers who are going to buy your product. Conveying all this to your people who are related to your company is very important for a organization. So providing product related information is the very first objective, specific objective that any organization takes up in order to provide proper information to everybody who is concerned to the organization. That is the first step. Second specific objective is to promote sales and service. So any company, if they want to provide product related information, they have to promote the product or the sales and the services that the company is offering. That means with the help of some promotional techniques like an advertisement or a sales promotion technique, they have to go in with telling the customers what is the products that they are selling, what is the service that they are rendering. Okay, only then the company will attain its profit. So the second objective of communication is to tell people about the sales or the service that is happening in a particular business or in a particular organization with the help of different mediums that they can take forward. So that is the second objective of communication. Then we have the third objective of communication is to motivate the workforce. Who are the workforce? The workforce are the sales people or the people who are going to sell your products, or people who are working in your organization to promote your product. So they have to be motivated. Only then the company will attain its profit. Only then the company will run properly. So motivating the workforce is a very important job that has to be done by the organization. How do they motivate people? It is with the help of proper communication that has to happen between the employer and the employee. The employer has to communicate every information to the employee, properly delegate the work to the employee, and then make sure that there is proper two-way communication process happening with the employer and the employee. Only then the workforce will be motivated to work for the organization. So communication plays a very important role when we say motivating the people who are working in the organization. So in today's class, we have learned what are the objectives of communication process. We have taken it as two types. One is the general objective. The second one is the specific objective. And we have seen a few cases under each type of objectives. So I hope you have understood these two types of objectives of communication. Very simple topic. So make sure you study this topic. If you have any doubts or clarifications, you can always get back to me through the Google class. Thank you, students.